Folks, welcome back. Trainwreck tonight, 388, and we are live in the heart of the Southtowns, 434 Olean Road, Crossbar Athletics. Want to be a huge shout out to our host, Nate, for having us for this live show. Nate, it's a beautiful day. Is this the best day on record, do you think, 2025 in Western New York?
For sure.
Goes without saying. I mean, how many struggling weekends did we have coming into this past one? I mean, but I think we survived this past one. And we might, the light at the end of the tunnel literally might finally be here for Western New York.
Yeah, over under 7.5 horrible weekends, right?
Yeah, pretty bad, pretty bad. But with that said, many more on the horizon, which we got to look forward to. Starting this weekend with the Bandits, we obviously have the Western New York Basketball Classic, which you're taking part in, putting on, obviously, at the end of next month of June. We'll talk to in a little bit. But obviously, let's get to our first topic tonight. By the way, real quick shout out to producer Don on the ones and twos, hopping in there. He's making sure that we sound good, look beautiful to all of you people out there. Don, shout out to you. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great, y'all. It is a beautiful day. We're all showing legs, gentlemen.
Seriously.
It's a great day to show legs. We got our shorts on, and it's just it's one of those days. You're just thankful.
Yeah.
Just good mood, thankful. But we got plenty to talk about, so let's kick it back over to you guys.
Obviously, so let's start it up. The big story, I mean, let's face it, when it's a Bills story, it covers a lot of more gravity. So you had Josh Allen. What was your interpretation of what was going to be happening this week? Did you see that he was supposed to be on Good Morning America, and then he wasn't this morning, and now he's supposed to be Wednesday? Did you get caught in that hoopla, or were you outside of that entirely?
Man, I'm here grinding.
I agree. I know you're working hard, but I know you're also a big Western New York sports fan.
Yeah. I don't know. Totally by surprise for sure.
Yeah. It caught me by surprise. I mean, obviously, again, I am in like the sphere. I would say I'm very much all over all this stuff happening as these weekends roll on in Western New York. It seemed like they were talking about, yes, Josh is going to be on there and make an appearance. It seems like it's all about the schedule. Obviously, I think they're releasing later this week. So with that said, and getting into it, have you seen the early rumors regarding the schedule? I know you've been working hard.
Something in Ireland, right?
Something in Ireland. It's the Bills could be potentially rumored for the Steelers game, placing the Steelers in Ireland at the end of September for the first month of the season. There's also rumor about a Christmas game. Have you seen the Christmas Hallmark hoopla with the Bills?
Yeah, I did. Makes sense. Superstar Josh Allen.
Are you going to be looking for maybe
news.
get some extras and some fake Buffalo uniforms? That could be some good promotion for Crossbar.
Wouldn't hurt.
Wouldn't hurt at all. Wouldn't hurt at all. With that said, okay, if you could see any A-list actor in a Buffalo sports Hallmark movie, who would you want in it?
So if it's someone playing Josh Allen,
Can be anybody. Can be anybody
playing.
Can be anybody playing any character. But Chris Pratt would obviously be a good one for Josh Allen. That's always often mentioned.
And then Matt Damon's going to play Tom Brady as the mentor uncle.
Well, Matt Damon playing Tom Brady. That's probably a role that he would just be all about. Goodwill Hunting, there for sure. Don, do you got anybody that you would cast in that role? I know you always have an artistic touch on these things.
In the Josh Allen role,
any role. I want like your fantasy to be fulfilled. You could have any A-list actor, any role in this Hallmark holiday movie that they're putting on.
McDermott's got to be Woody Harrelson.
Oh my God, that would be outstanding.
For sure.
Clapping it up.
Yeah, he's got the ball, clapping it up. Kind of a similar face structure, but a little taller. I think he'd be great there. Josh Allen, that's a tough one because you kind of got to go young with it. You know what? I'm going to switch over. I'm going to switch over to.
You could cast anybody. You could cast anybody as an overzealous Bills fan.
Bean is Tom Cruise for sure.
Bean is Tom Cruise,
like that Tropic Thunder scene.
Like Tropic Thunder, but not as fat.
Yeah.
And then actually, Josh Allen. I think I'm going to nail it. He's a little old, but I think with makeup he could pass. Paul Rudd.
Okay.
With the hair
Paul
right
Rudd.
now, the hair flip. It's and kind of that golden retriever vibe.
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't love Paul Rudd? He's like everyone's best friend.
I know Paul, and I know I'm not the first one to make this point. Also, has had the same appearance for like the last 30 years. His genetics, his skincare routine is insane. But speaking of the routine being insane, Nate, do you go on the road to see any games?
No.
Like for the Bills, I know you're too busy working hard here. I get it.
Games in a bit.
What was the last time you went on the road to a game?
Cleveland game.
That was a couple of years ago, at least.
Maybe like 2010.
Oh my God, 15 years ago, dude. We got to get you on the road.
TV is awesome these days.
TV is awesome, but let's get. There's so many nearby away games this year. Why don't we get you to an away game this year? Because you could be back quick.
What do we got?
We
on the
got
road?
Carolina. Well, we have Pittsburgh, but that's probably going to be overseas.
Let's get a good game.
I think we have the Jets on the road. Why not come to that one?
Oh, I did go to that one a couple years ago.
Yeah.
actually.
So
I watched Aaron Rodgers.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
Wow.
watched that
Wow.
one. I've never seen a
that's
place
something.
get so quiet. So
Oh
quick.
yeah, came from
From being so loud.
the USA. You
I
saw
forgot I
you
was
saw
at that
you
game,
saw
yeah.
the flag meme in
Yo,
person.
it was so loud in there, and
Yeah.
then all of a sudden it was so quiet. And I watched the guy right in front of me in full Jets gear
Yeah.
pick Bills -6.5 for like $200.
Oh yeah, hammered it. Why not? And he would tell you he was happy the next day. I
Oh,
mean, I think
yeah.
everyone was live betting, hitting the pounding. So you have no like intuition, you have no chips in the game here as far as the Bills schedule. Like, you're not targeting a game to go to then.
Not right now. We'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
I don't know. Sundays,
We got to get you to a
Sunday's
game.
work day, man.
Yeah,
It ends the day that ends with
we
Y,
got to
it's
get
the day
you.
you gotta
We got to
work.
get you to the Jets game again this year. You come with Trainwreck. We'll go.
All right.
Is that fair? If we all go, you'll go.
New York's a fun city.
Yeah. Come on. Let's have a fun time traveling.
Good food down there.
So there's a little bit of speculation about the schedule, though. Don, Nate, I don't know if you've seen this. The Sunday night football game, week 1. It seems like Sunday night football is going to be a lock for week 1.
Gotta
Home
be.
game. It could be the Ravens.
We play the Chiefs again this year, right?
It could. We do play the Chiefs. The thought process is they're going to leave that
Yeah,
game for
leave it
November.
till the end. Yeah.
Steelers or sorry, Ravens or Bengals. I got my AFC North teams mixed up. Bengals or Ravens. Who do you think they might play in that spot? That seems to be the split
Ravens.
rumor. Some people are saying Bengals, some people are saying Ravens. I think the
Gotta be
Ravens. I think the Ravens game is almost up there with the Bills Chiefs status
So
now.
week
Don.
1, you got to sell. You want the high hype games.
Yeah,
That's Ravens.
yeah, it's a playoff rematch. Everybody wants that one.
Save the Chiefs one
Yeah.
for later.
I think and if you remember from the playoff game this past year, the social media was hot.
Yeah.
Our good old friend, our radio station friend over there, started running his pretty little mouth again, and things got heated online. So NFL plays attention to that. So I mean.
Yeah.
Again, Bills Mafia versus the Flock, whatever they're
Yeah.
called.
Wait, radio station friend, you're talking about the Ravens guy who said he wanted some of Josh Allen, right?
I'm talking about the guy that called everyone losers.
Okay. Oh yeah, that guy Coleman.
Yeah.
Coleman is the
Yeah.
biggest loser.
Yeah,
He looks like a chia
yeah.
pet.
Yeah, that's why
I don't attack looks because I think that like I can be ugly in the right angle for
the
sure.
pretty little mouth comment was so
Yeah, the pretty little mouth. Yeah. No, I knew that for sure. I knew that
I'm
for
also
sure.
going on the thing that Cincinnati didn't have a great season last year, right?
Since they
So
not, but they
they
ended
will
hot.
have a
They
good
ended
year.
hot.
So if you give them a little time to build, then they hype that later on.
Do you know between Burrow, Chase, and Higgins, they're paying them like $93 million?
Yeah, they're gonna suck.
It's just impossible to be good if you're doing that. It really is. That's why the
Nah,
Bills
salary
can't get an
cap
A guy.
management. I would, if I'm the Bills, I would
You can
never
kick
hire
the
a
can
wide
down the
receiver.
road. You can kick the can down the road, but you can't have a wide receiver making 20
You
plus
gotta
million a year.
spread
You
the
can't.
cap.
You just can't.
No, and I mean you're forgetting how much like Mixon in the early, like when
Yeah.
they made that run was apart. They don't really have that stud running back.
Yo, they had an
anymore.
O-line then.
Yeah, they did.
But they don't.
You can't
like,
pay that
So
when
they
you get
want.
Shout out everybody on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch,
Yeah,
X, all tuned on. We were live at
some
Crossbar
comments
Athletics. We're
rolling in.
talking road games.
Slick hopping in saying, "Get me to Dublin."
Gets like the
I don't-
Dublin. Yeah,
Dublin is fun.
like
Dublin is a fun
If
city.
we get Slick to Dublin, it's gonna be like when they brought that kid to Bangkok in Hangover 2. Bangkok's
him?
got him now. Bangkok's got him now. Yeah, Dublin's got him now as far as like
Yeah,
wow.
Dublin's
We got a
cool.
huge drop off from UPS. Probably something you're not foreign to. A lot of packages coming in and out. It's busy here.
This
It's
dude is-
bustling. People have been coming in and out since we
yo,
started.
This dude is a huge Bills fan.
It's a
this
huge
is
Bill
just
saying if he comes in, we'll get him to jump on
Stevie
for sure.
surprised him one time when he was here.
Oh, okay.
Hilarious.
Okay, I love that. Obviously, you do a lot of work with Stevie. Again, we are just moments away. We'll be talking some of the basketball guys. You got any thoughts on the Bills?
Oh, he's got some thoughts.
Come on. Come over here. Come over here. We need you for 10 seconds. 10 seconds.
He ended
Okay,
up,
he can't.
He ended up.
He can't. He wants. He's prioritizing his job, and you know what? We credit that. This is a blue collar organization. This is a blue collar mindset. We love that here, Don.
Oh yeah. I mean, he's got stuff to deliver. It doesn't stop here. The day continues on. He can't be taking 5 minutes off, and gotta respect that because here at the train.
Yo, there's the load he
don't-
brought here the other day, but in the back there.
Oh, I mean, there's boxes on boxes. We're gonna give you all a tour coming up pretty soon, but can't take any time off. That's what we're doing here at Trainwreck. No off season.
Yeah, we'll be talking some Belichick in a little bit. No days off. No days off.
Yeah, I agree.
What about the Christmas situation? There's rumor we might be playing Christmas night. There's rumor we
That's
might
the
be
Cincy
playing
game.
Christmas the 27th. That's the Cincy game to you.
Yep. Got it.
Okay, so we bookend the season there. Wow, yeah, that's an intense schedule. Bill's got an intense schedule at home this year. It's going to be a bunch of movies at home.
Jake also wants to go to Dublin. Is there a Trainwreck Dublin trip in the cards?
Yeah, I mean,
got
is
some
there
interest.
a Spirit flight?
Yo,
We can get a bundle rate.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
Frontier, Spirit.
Yeah.
Anything
Not
like
that bad. From a guy who doesn't even go to games. The guy doesn't go to away games in 15 years.
I've been to
Oh, I
Dublin,
might as
though.
well just go to
I've
Dublin.
been to
Yeah.
Dublin.
A Spirit flight, though, you have like a layover on like a ship in the middle of the Atlantic.
Yeah, that's the thing. You land on a battle cruiser that they're subletting from a Transylvanian army. Transylvania, obviously home of Dracula. With that said, any final stadium, any final schedule thoughts that you're like, I want to really have? It's like obviously everyone wants 1 p.m. Sunday games as much as possible.
That's
Are
not
you on that
happening
mindset?
anymore.
That's not happening anymore. No,
I like the night games.
I do too. It's just tough.
When I was a kid,
It's
I
tough.
wish for the night game.
You're getting a lot of exposure. Your team's getting talked about a lot when you're on a night game.
Good.
I'll tell you guys.
I know, but when there's like 7 of them, when there's 7 of them, Van Buren boys.
They're going to talk about you in the playoffs, and if you make the Super Bowl, the spotlight's on. You get used to that.
Yeah, that is true. You do get used to it. You get
Practice
used to the
like you
bright
play.
lights.
I'll tell you the away game I really want to target. I don't know when it'll be, but I want to go to Houston.
Houston's a great time.
You got CJ, Young Gun, Diggs is coming back. A little bit of drama there, and I mean,
Did they sign Diggs?
Diggs is on New England.
You're
Yeah,
right.
You got scrambled. You got scrambled, but you got scrambled by the Houston. We went to Houston a couple of years ago. I mean, it was an amazing city. Really, a great spot. Very hospitable people.
You being a musician,
and the walk into the stadium was awesome.
city for
Yeah.
it.
Oh, being a musician. I mean, the culture there. You'd probably be sapping it up way more than me.
The stadium is awesome too. So
Yeah.
that's kind of as a football.
Oh
fan,
no!
it's
Now the
fascinating.
stadium, it was one of the most brutal fan experiences. So they ramp it up for the fans there, but I hated it. There were stadium people, and I just call them like stadium employees. They were dressed in full JJ Watt uniforms,
pants and all.
helmet, uniform, pants, cleats. And like when there was a big third down or whatever, or like a big stop, they'd run down, or big third down, they'd run down to the front of the section and be going nuts. And I don't know if you remember, but the Bills versus Houston, they had so many third down conversions that game. So there were so many times where the employee came down and was getting, and we were right there, and they were like, the Bills would convert it, and I was just like, we were laughing at them. But obviously, the Texans got the last laugh that day. But Houston was a great trip. I need to go get revenge. I don't think we've won in Houston. Josh lost his rookie start, lost the playoff game. That was the playoff game. Have we been back to Houston
that lateral
since?
thing, right?
Yeah, that was the lateral they went nuts over. Have we been back since?
No, last year did we play them at home?
Oh yeah, no, we played them at
wait,
them.
no.
It was last year. That
Yeah,
was last
so-
year. We lost. So
so
we need to
yeah.
go get revenge in Houston.
We're 0 for 3. 0 for
We need to
4.
go get Josh Allen needs to get revenge
That was a
in
weird
Houston.
game.
Yeah, very well.
That
We
was a
sucked
weird
on
game, right?
offense to start.
Well, they stuck on D. Didn't they have those 3 long bombs real quick to start the
Yes,
game?
TJ
Yeah, but it's like
and then
you know what was happening though in
they
those games.
settled in. Then,
You know what
and
was
they
happening
got
in those
some
games
stops.
was we were sucking on offense, and that just leads to you sucking on defense because you're just giving them better ops, like they're getting the ball back quicker.
Yeah,
The
but
same thing happened in the Ravens
They
and
were
the Texans
still
game.
in that
They both
game, right? Last
same
drive?
thing with the Ravens, right? Because they came back to 2010 and they're driving at midfield. They run that trick play that made no sense.
Yeah, they just got beat in that game.
But they were coming back in the second half. It was the same exact story. They were down 20 whatever and they were coming back. It's just very clear that was a
Yeah.
painful time to be a Bills fan. You went from 3-0 to like 3-2 and doubting everything.
Hey, they won the second game, right, with the Ravens.
They did.
One
They
that-
won
one
the
that
very
mattered more.
important second game
Yeah.
for sure. But yeah, Bills road games. Looking forward to those. Sabres. Where are you at mentally with the Sabres? Where were you? Where was your peak with the Sabres? Were you a big Sabres fan back in the day?
When they let Drury and Briere walk, I was pretty much done.
Yeah, July 1st, 2007,
Yeah,
the day
pretty
that
much
will live
done.
in infamy.
You got captains. What are you doing?
2 peace.
doing?
Walking.
Just let them go.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
no good.
Come on, man.
So now the storyline is that they apparently want, someone to come in and be kind of a liaison between Terry and work like to help advise Kevin.
Good luck.
Like what reputable
That sounds
person?
awful.
What reputable person are you going to find to do that? Like when
I
they
don't
say
know,
what,
man.
like when people's like, it seems so foreign, right? Because Tate Thompson's a great player. Rasmus Dahlin's a great player. There were great players in the pipeline. You got like Kulik, like, you know, all these guys coming up. But like when they say there are organizational problems, this is the stuff they talk about. Even the concept that this could actually happen is like a fantasy.
You know, that
Nobody worth a damn is going to come in and be like be sitting in like the cuck chair.
yeah, no,
Like kind of like we
not
are.
for-
We're sitting in each
not
other's
for
cuck
that
chairs
team.
right now.
You know, that organization is from a business standpoint,
Yeah.
from the top down, it's got to be something's got to change.
Well, I think they need to be.
And they
They need
keep
to
changing
rededicate it.
people,
I don't
but-
even think. I think it might just the shuffling of the people might make sense, but they need more resources. They need to step up just that like can do like nature of what they have going on there.
They need their Brandon Bean.
Yeah.
They need their two leaders, the McDermott and Bean, and then that's what turned the Bills around. Good leadership. And
It did
that
to the Bills.
settled
I know.
down,
It's
'cause they
just
were
funny.
good
It's
before
just
Allen.
it's just crazy. Yeah, I mean
They
a
made the
coach and a
playoffs.
quarterback,
Remember
quarterback,
when
Don. That's
McDermott
all it
came
takes.
in, he got rid of Darius, Watkins, Darby, all these dudes that everybody thought were the best players.
Yeah,
And they did better.
yeah,
They made the playoffs.
Yeah.
With the team that everyone thought was horrible,
yeah,
that's the leadership.
yeah.
Bring
That's
that in.
leadership. Belief,
Where's that?
locker room culture.
Yeah.
Don knows about locker room culture. He leads a band. He knows what it's like to lead a band of men into battle.
Oh yeah, I mean it's all about the culture, and no, we don't want to, we can't. Everyone loves talking about when did the culture really, you know, hit rock bottom. You know, we don't want to say the T word, tank. You know, that's a controversial topic, but a lot of people point to that, you know, as kind of the moment where that culture was lost.
Yo, they were fine with losing.
Yeah, but again,
Yeah,
it's not
tough.
the issue wasn't that they got Reinhardt and Eichel. It was what they did with them in the tertiary moves around them. Like they never had any defense when they had those guys, and then they got Dahlin, and when they had Dahlin, they were like so like scoring from everything. They brought in Kruger, who was like literally like just like made everybody.
was the
Kruger
soccer
made
guy,
everybody.
right?
Yeah,
Was he the
Kruger.
soccer guy?
Without exaggerating, Kruger made everybody on the team hate hockey. Essentially, like every player like didn't like hockey
Yeah,
as
that was
much as they
weird.
thought they did.
So this is what we're talking about though with culture is things happen linearly, right? You have organization gutted, tank happens,
Yeah,
bad culture in the locker room. No one wants to come coach Buffalo. You get a European soccer coach. That doesn't happen by accident. That's a chain of events that I'm sorry, the pro tank people don't want to hear. That's kind of what got us there, in my opinion.
but again, the tank like the tank the thing with the tank is like you got Eichel though, and I guess people say now the popular talking point is like you only wanted McDavid, but I don't know.
I think again, this is a quality of player. If you look at Edmonton, they had similar struggles with McDavid.
Yeah,
They sucked their first 3 years. They fired coaches. They found that culture, and now I mean they have an all-star cast, but you know, it's bizarre because I've been to Edmonton. It's not really a palm tree place.
no, not a palm tree place.
So it's like, why do people want to play in
No, but
Edmonton?
it's definitely a hockey town.
But they don't want to play in Buffalo,
Yeah.
and Buffalo is a hockey town. I mean, these are questions where we've been scratching our heads at for almost 10 years. So,
Tail as old as time.
yeah. But I will say this. The last time I had season tickets, well, it was via my dad. I was too young, but it was like 06, 07. I think one of the last years, it was post Briere Drury. Vanek was still there, but we were making the playoffs. I bought low. I got season tickets this year, and I'm hoping I make the difference. Maybe I got to get in that arena more. We'll see. I don't know.
They finished strong, right?
Yeah, they finished strong.
They've
but
finished
it
strong
didn't
so many
matter.
times. Like it's crazy.
When we
It's-
did
you're
them
numb
out
to
of-
that.
Oh, man.
You're numb to that too. Like so, it's just crazy. So do you have any like tangible moves that you would do? Like you're a people pleaser at the end of the day. Like what would you do if you were in charge tomorrow? Like you can't like just like cut the whole team. Like you
I
can't like,
would,
you know, like
all right, if I'm in charge, I'm
Yeah.
doing what being a McDermott did. I'm going to cut the crust.
Cut
rid
the
of
crust.
Get rid of the overweight and go get some hungry kids that want to play and want to work. Yo,
that was
hard work.
kind of
hard work
what
will
they did 2
always
years
do
ago
it.
though. That was kind of what they did 2 years ago. Now it's like now that's where they're at. But I get you.
Well,
I get
you got a better leader in Brissett and Ruff. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's been here. He's done
Yeah.
it. And I don't know, man. You gotta get some grinders. You need a captain, is what you need.
True. I don't know if Dahlin's our captain. I don't know if he's just a
I
disgruntled
mean, he
guy.
doesn't. You don't have to be the best player. Isn't always the best captain.
That's why I thought Tuck should have been the captain, even though Tuck
You
could
want a
arguably be
grinder.
one of the best players. Like he will lay it out for the team. He leads by example. I don't know.
Who was the last good captain?
Like LaFontaine, people would say, or Drury,
was
or
all right,
Drury
I'd
Breer,
say.
or
I'd say
Pominville.
Ray.
Pominville was decent.
Pominville was the man. He was cool.
Pominville was the man. But yeah, so you'll need to fix it somehow. But speaking of things that you may not or may not like, what about wrestling?
I am pretty ignorant when it comes to wrestling. I don't know much about it.
You said you're a Cena guy. We talked about this before at some point. You're like, if it's not Cena, I don't know anything.
Yeah. Cena
Okay.
reminds me of that detective from The Wire.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the man McNulty.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
no, the other one. The other one.
Bunk?
No.
What?
The dude in charge.
That's Bunk.
No, not.
Yeah.
McNulty
Yeah. The guy
Bunk's
who
supervisor.
hates McNulty. Yeah, I got
The big guy. He looks like a fat John Cena.
Yeah. All right. I can see that. But Backlash was Saturday night. I love a Saturday night pay-per-view. That's the one thing they got right, is that you could get to enjoy the rest of the weekend versus a Sunday.
For sure.
You get nervous when it gets late, but nothing really special happened. That's all I got. We had Jeff Cobb debuting. John Cena retained and said he wanted more competition. Don, you have any thoughts on this? I know you're a John Cena guy.
I wish I could really give a lot of thoughts. I've been out of the loop of wrestling. I had a busy gigging weekend, and I've been I gotta be honest, the NBA playoffs kind of have been stealing my eyeballs.
NBA playoffs have been stealing eyeballs.
There's been some hot fire happening there. I will say, I went to the Shane Gillis show on May 3rd. He talked about John Cena.
Yeah.
About a certain group of that he works with in the Special Olympics.
Yes.
And he said that community is distraught over the heel turn.
I could imagine. I mean, I could.
But he did say they're
oh wow, it really does.
Jay Landsman.
Yeah. It really does look like old John
I don't
Cena.
think it's I think you know this, and a lot of the real diehard heads know they're setting him up for an amazing comeback, I think, into good, and people are going to go wild. So we'll see how we get there,
Agreed. We will see how we get there ultimately. We have seen how the journey has been for our Buffalo Bandits, and we are pleased to announce, obviously looking forward to finals weekend. This weekend, Friday, the Bandits will be hosting the Saskatchewan Rush in Game 1 of the NLL Finals. Our crew will be in the plaza with our team from Salino Plumbing and HVAC, welcoming Banditland, getting you guys ready for Game 1, getting you revved up with questions and all that. So looking forward to that. Don, you'll be leading the charge there as sheriff again.
Yep. I have been requested actually by the Buffalo Police to help them out.
Okay.
With the sheriff outfit, some crowd control, parking some cars. I'm going to be pulling over people for interviews. Hey, if you're walking too straight, if you don't have a stumble in your step, I don't think you pregame properly, I'll pull you over. I'll ask you some questions. We'll put you in the bright spotlight and interrogate you under the lights.
We may have to charge for photo ops with you. I mean, people were like really drawn to you last time.
The biggest mystery is I want to know where this Maryland YouTuber's video is.
Where is it?
Because he got the gold of me rolling up with the chicken wings and the squad eating some wings on lot. But yeah, I got official. I just got my sheriff's star, and the scooter will be out. Trying to get my hands on a nice siren sound. We'll see what I can do with that.
Yeah, or maybe you need like a horse, like a Nurr! Like something like for when you like kind of rear up. But obviously Crossbar, I mean, no strangers to Banditos, junior Bandits, all kinds of jersey work you do with them.
Yeah, we do a lot with their youth league, their amateur college league too.
I see you throwing that 92 up over there, getting the people, getting the nipples
kids
hard.
Love the 22 and the 92.
How can you not love the 22 and the 92?
Those
Scoring goals will always be sick.
So Dane and Josh actually coached the youth league over here for the Beast League in East Aurora.
Okay, cool.
The 1 year they won the finals. The next morning they were here coaching.
That's yes.
Up all night and they showed up.
Yeah, I think they were talking to us. They were like, like we obviously didn't like do anything during, but like we were probably still like banged up from the night before for sure. They were rallying.
Hey, they showed, man.
Yeah, that's a lot more. That's a lot more than people could say for us. So shout out, Dane and Josh. Yeah,
high character guys.
Are you going to the game?
Maybe.
Okay.
I've been to a few Bandits games this year.
So there was a little weird situation. Both semifinals started last week, but Bandits finished it in 2, and Saskatchewan and Co. they didn't play their game 2s and 3s until last weekend. And then game 2, they almost lost Saskatchewan. They tied it with 3 seconds left. So it was almost a 3-game series. But there was some controversy going back and forth about that scheduling.
Yeah, they get an extra week.
Bandits got a week off. I mean,
Yeah.
Bandits are the 1 seed. They worked all season to be the 1 seed, so that they're allowed to do whatever they want. But I was kind of surprised that they were able to get such a schedule advantage.
Yeah, that doesn't sit well.
Yeah, I mean
the
that
other
much
teams
time
should add it.
off, though. This is always the question: is obviously if you got injuries, that's good, but you can, especially in particularly in hockey, sometimes too much time off. It's you lose momentum. It's kind of nice being in the roll of things. So I'm just hoping it doesn't affect our boys too much.
I think these guys are pros.
Yeah,
they've been.
Oh, they're
they've
locked
done
in.
it.
Oh, yeah.
This is
year 5, right?
Yeah, this 2-week period is what they worked all year for, because they had bye weeks out the wazoo to start the year. Then they were playing double headers or back-to-backs on the weekends, and then finally they had kind of a smooth sailing into the playoffs. They are welcoming, and I know. Listen, it's not a mystery that there was something going on with Josh's foot before the semifinal series, but it seems to be all good on that front. Always good to get some rest when you have a veteran team, and that's what the Bandits are. Also, get to game plan. You get to get another week to game plan. When Saskatchewan won that first game, it was likely they were going to win the series. So who do you think they were looking at more over that 1 week period? For sure, Saskatchewan. So big advantage to the Bandits, and come make that big advantage worth that much more. Come hang out with us and the crew from Salino Plumbing and HVAC this Friday. Bandit Land, 5 p.m. on. We will be in the plaza. Parties in the plaza. There's nothing like them, Don.
Nothing like them, and we're hungry for them. Again, we talk Sabres; they haven't been sniffing a party in the plaza for a decade plus. I gotta say, it's awesome to see the party be lit, and then, like I said, people from Maryland coming, content people coming from all over, being like, "Why is lacrosse so huge in Buffalo?" And it makes me proud of the city having another team that everyone's rallying behind and selling out. I was telling my parents actually how they've it's packing 18,000 people in for a lacrosse game was unheard of years ago, and now it's just the norm.
Selling out like crazy. Awesome to see what the Bandits done. Bandits have basically done the blueprint for the rest of the league. With John Gertler, they're trying to emanate that fan experience that he's generated there, which is super awesome. Speaking of super awesome and experience, Buffalo Hoop Classic,
sir,
announced this past week. Awesome event
yes,
that we're putting. So technically, this will be like a 3rd annual, even though this will be the first iteration. Am I following that correctly?
We're gonna switch to do youth now.
Yes. But this is your 3rd straight year at least doing a hoop tournament.
Yep. Yeah. We're gonna follow a different model this year. It's gonna be our charity tournament. Proceeds going to the YMCA Buffalo Niagara.
Very cool.
Our whole mission's about youth sports. So we fundraise here. We supply kids and kids that can't afford it. We help them out. And this just sticks to that image.
Yeah. No, it's awesome to be involved in the community, obviously with the YMCA as well. So I know, was it Brianna? I'm sorry. Am I bouncing the name? Brenna, over there with Stevie. Awesome to get set up there. And they are both awesome at being involved in the community.
Will Dalton's a partner in this too.
Will, love it. Why so serious? Will, let's go.
Yeah, or where Jenny, as well? My girlfriend Jenny's doing a big tart too. She's awesome.
Yeah.
This is going to be a great weekend. We got Kaz Park.
June 28th,
so 29th.
That's an awesome spot. I think that Trainwreck will be there trying to do some type. I don't know if it'll be a live broadcast or interviews as always, but we're going to get that emotion and we're going to capture that fun from that event. And always awesome to see what Crossbar. How can people get in the mix? Again, go to Crossbar Socials and Stevie Socials, YMCA Socials.
Check out. We got the website out here for registration for anybody who wants to play. We're working on getting it up there for sponsors and vendors. Should be a great weekend. We're going to try to get vendors everywhere, food, merchandise, all sorts of stuff. So with kids being there, there should be a lot more in attendance, a lot more parents, a lot of grandparents. So the audience should be huge.
Yeah, the audience should be huge. I mean, you saw that group around last year's tournament at Delaware Park. It felt like we were, at an and one tournament from back in the days.
We're going to have 3 times more teams this year.
3 times more teams. So that means 3 times the action. That means 3 times the emotion. That means 3 times the fun. Make sure you are getting in the mix for year 3 of the Buffalo Hoop Classic. Again, at info@crossbarathletics.com to tap in there. Donnie, can we tap him in with maybe a quick once over of the Crossbar facility here?
Yep, let's do it. Let's switch over and then let's Let's add our camera here.
Yep, throw us in. There we go.
Here we go. And
Oh,
then,
twice as nice. Look at me and
oh,
Nate.
yeah. We
Gotcha. Perfect. Okay, so we're gonna take you around the crossbar facility here. So walk them through, Nate, what they're seeing.
So this is our showroom / holding area right now / print room /
multi-function, multi-purpose room for sure.
Multi-purpose room for
but
sure.
you see some of the jerseys there. You see obviously a crossbar team member. Shout out Alex. Make some noise in the stream for Alex. Let's go. But yeah, so I see.
Team.
So what are those? Some high school jerseys, some junior program jerseys.
This wall is our lacrosse wall. Field jerseys, box, shorts, pennies, youth all the way up to collegiate. Got a lot of high schools and youth programs wearing it.
Wow. Can he get in the brain back there? Don, get in the back office there. Let's see what we got. All right, don't show any documents. Don't show any documents.
Creative lab.
But there they go. That's what they're working on. We got Mike. We got
designer Mike. The slogan.
That's Alex again.
Gonna say word all much.
See some design work.
No tax documents. No tax
I
documents.
do every day, so.
Oh, I knew there was an actual brains behind this operation.
Someone's got
Seriously. Very cool. But again, this is just proof that, when you send something to the Crossbar Athletics team, it's going to the work in a group atmosphere. These guys are bouncing off ideas. There's creative minds
so
here.
He's going up now to our main production floor.
Okay.
He's taking his time, huh?
He's graceful. He's a man who moves with purpose.
So
for
here
sure.
is our main floor here. Means right heat press area. That's
got a TV.
You're watching something.
Yeah, a little entertainment up there.
Usually Pat McAfee's on. Yeah, embroidery area. I think we got some Trainwreck stuff plugged into.
Oh yeah, I think we got some Trainwreck stuff.
All right, we're
now.
gonna get an exclusive.
Getting fired up about that. Oh, there it is. Oh, the Gray Boys. See?
Yeah.
Look at that. You can get amazing prints like that, just like here at Crossbar Athletics.
He's putting a new one in here now.
So these are great. Again, if you have a rec team, if you have a office squad that you're looking to get some great these are what's the largest order you've ever done for a group like that, like a couple hundred? Well, because I know you've done the towels. We were just talking about how you signed with UB. You've done the promotional towels.
Licensing with UB.
That's into the 5 figures. So that's crazy.
Check this
What's
out.
the most of
T-shirt wise, we've done 15,000.
15,000 of one shirt
18,000
at once?
Yeah.
What was that for?
I remember we've done it a few times.
Yeah. No, I agree. You just get a couple bulk orders.
We got some stuff. Well, it's like we got a lot of youth leagues. So a lot of soccer leagues have 500-600 kids.
Yeah.
So I know the staffs and all that, and then we have other stuff. We have businesses that get. I know all this stuff over here is for Mayor Brothers over here, and they get a ton of stuff.
And look at this. Just as quick as we could talk about a couple of those details, you can see the Trainwreck Sports logo being embroidered on some custom outfitting for us. Looking forward to rocking these.
Right?
Yes, these are the great sweatsuits. So you hooked us up with those awesome dark blue ones. We've been able to rock those all fall and winter long. We've been looking good in those.
Yeah.
Needless to say, Crossbar Athletics makes you look good, makes your team look good. So get in the mix there with Crossbar. I love that Donnie's checking that out.
Other stuff we do is online stores. A lot of teams, a lot of businesses. It's our big fundraising program.
It's tough. It's tough if you're a smaller org to get that up and going. It's a big resource.
Say you have a lacrosse team.
Yeah.
You want to set up a full line of merchandise.
Yeah.
Hats, shirts. We'll even put jerseys on there. We'll custom make them. So we'll set up a whole online store. You can share it out, and as they sell, like the teams get a fraction of the sales.
Yeah.
And we've been able to raise over 20,000 now.
Yeah,
for teams
that's outstanding.
And youth programs and schools.
No, so you're all about the schools. You're all about the youth programs. You're all about making a difference here at Crossbar, and we love to see that. And look at those amazing machinery that they're getting, and that's our logo right there. That's the beauty of it. Now, again, I say our logo. It's obviously the Empire. It's a homage. It's an homage to the Empire. Again, I always joke, and please don't make me eat these words, but nobody's gonna come back to sue us. Essentially, you know what I mean? Like there's no body to do so. So huge shout out.
They ran out of money anyways.
Yes, they ran out of money for that. I don't think they have the money for the lawsuit. No. But huge shout out to the team here at Crossbar making these awesome designs happen. And making designs happen for youth programs and teams across the region. Well, yeah, what do we got here? Locking in.
Kind of go in and see all the designs.
Yeah, you got. I don't know. I think there's only a few left up there.
Change colors to whatever we got back here. And,
Yeah, just
Okay,
running
so he imprints it. Walk him through here. So that's our
Really incredible
logo.
stuff.
Don's
I
looking
feel like
around.
I'm in Santa's workshop. This is amazing
Say
up
something.
here.
He's saying something. I don't know if he's
And,
coming through. But yeah, that's outstanding.
All
Thank you for taking us on this
Alex,
journey here.
it's Alex, he's
Uh,
pressing some
Say
stuff.
a word
Alex
to the
pressing
people.
some stuff up. Yeah, and
Yeah,
it's the
sure.
Buffalo Hoop Classic. Let's see. Do you have a favorite?
That line up, make sure it's all square.
We'll see. Size him up.
Okay. Size them up. We'll see what we got. Speaking of favorites, WNBA coming back this week. We have Sky Fever this upcoming weekend. It feels like it just went away, but long basketball and NHL season. I mean, it's basically 2/3 of the year.
It was. They played a lot of games.
Yeah, they play a lot of
Yeah.
games, a lot of volume, and looking forward to getting
And
more
then the
traffic
playoffs
there
is
than
another
ever.
third of a year.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah, it is. It is pretty insane, obviously. And then just like the insanity of these designs getting printed here, you see on the bottom of your screen as we were rocking and rolling on Trainwreck tonight. 388. Speaking of which, rock and rolling, we were
Thanks,
talking
man.
about the NBA and NHL playoffs. I mean, we could probably go on for 20 to 30 minutes about these. What's sticking out to you most on the NBA side right now?
Minnesota.
Yeah. And I
look
can't
good.
believe
They
people
look
doubted
good,
for it. I can't.
man.
Why did people
Yo,
doubt
they
them
look
so? Why
good.
did people
Thanks,
doubt them so
guys.
much when they were so good last year? They were 2 games away from the
They were great
finals.
last year. Yeah.
Just because LeBron was playing around one, it kind of like threw like a weird like mirage over him.
Maybe. But I mean, they're still what, 6?
Yeah.
6 seed?
Yeah,
Best 6 seed ever, man.
it might be the best 6 seed ever. Anthony Edwards is just another level.
Tony
too.
Edwards is good, man. He looks good.
Tony Edwards.
Tony Edwards looks good.
Calling him Tony Edwards. We got Don back
He's
into the
good.
lobby here. Give him a round of applause for that tour, by the way. Well done. Well done. Well done. We're just talking NBA playoffs. Don, Timberwolves could be the 6th best 6th seed of all time.
Indiana's up 3-1 too now, right?
By the way, don't talk to me about anything gambling on our daily picks on our lunchtime locks. I'm about 0 for my last 7. I haven't won a pick in a week plus. I lost.
What'd you pay? What'd you have?
Yeah,
Who'd you have?
I had under.
That's 8 in a row, actually.
Yeah, I had under Jets Stars, which got to 4-2.
Yeah.
Bummer.
Brutal.
Yeah, it was tough. It's not easy being
Yo,
me.
picking sports is hard, man.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, if we've
It's
seen
sports.
one
Anything
thing,
can happen.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, in the weird sphere that is modern day gambling, social media, Twitter, you know, losing consistently actually gets you more attention.
Book it.
Yeah, yeah. Like it's like book it with Trent. I mean, it's you know, it's kind of the old saying like all press is good press. If you have people in the comments hating you for losing them money, apparently that's a good business.
Yeah, you can tell the people who have only begun casually gambling because they'll be sheepish and they'll be like, you know what, I'm not very good. Like they'll say something like that, and then you'll be like, dude, nobody's good at gambling. Like if there was anybody good, if there was anybody 60% at gambling, they would be in the Hall of Fame, like with a Fort Knox of like
I'm
gold.
real good if I don't have any money on it.
There you go. Perfect.
Once there's some money on it, I lose.
Of course, well,
Done.
because there's delusions of grandeur, for sure. But Don, anything sticking out to you in the NBA round or for second round here?
Yeah, I mean, Pacers.
Yeah, that was a big win last night.
Sharp as hell.
I couldn't believe that halftime score,
that was-
80-39.
Yeah, I mean that was crazy. That they were my pick
That's
yesterday.
Cleveland,
with
right?
the
They're playing
points.
Cleveland.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, I do. You know, I might be getting into the happy hour hoops territory, and you know, our good friend Jake, Cleveland Cavs fan, might not like to hear this, but I got something I got to get off my chest. All right, everyone knows I'm a Utah Jazz fan. We drafted Donovan Mitchell. He was our guy. Now the story when he was on our team, we had him, Conley, Rudy Gobert, Jordan Clarkson was this team. You know, they finished first.
Pretty nice roster.
Yeah, they finished first in the West, and then they blow it in the playoffs. Donovan Mitchell deserves better. You had Stephen A. getting on. You know, all the talking heads made like an alliance to get him out of Utah.
Yeah.
And you know that if there's one sport more than any other is the NBA where players will listen to this and be like, you know what, I am too good for you. I want to go somewhere. Well, you know what? Here he is in Cleveland, supposed to be, you know, up there with the Celtics, who aren't looking great either. And they're down 3-1. They're down 3-1 in the second round. I just want the energy to be kept the same. Donovan Mitchell deserves better than to be on a team that blows it in the playoffs. Because if we get to say that about that Utah Jazz team, We get to say that about this Cleveland Cavs team.
You see how he wrapped it back?
That's,
He did it on the. He did a little
yeah.
callback there. He
Yeah.
did a little callback there.
Classic.
That's my spin. That's my
What
narrative.
are the other series going on?
Well, you got Celtics next, which, like you said, Celtics are waking up. You
I
got
think they
the
win that.
Pacers, basically one step away from finishing out the Cavs. You got Denver
Wolves.
against Oak City.
I think
Or-
Denver takes that one.
So Oak City kind of prevailed yesterday. Yesterday was the shot for Denver if they were gonna
I
do
think
anything.
they come back and win it.
You think Nuggets are gonna win
Yeah,
that?
they're too
Oh
good,
my
man.
God,
Jokic is too good.
Oak City scores out the wazoo.
My cousin Murray, he's about to wake up too.
Yeah,
Now, here's the thing.
cousin Jamal.
Here's the
Uh,
thing about the Nuggets. We've seen some clips. Is Jokic just the de facto coach?
Yo,
Pretty
he's
much.
just, he's
It's
just
awesome.
Like,
I mean-
at
I mean-
timeouts, he's like drawing up plays. The real
that
coach
dude's a cheat code.
is
Dude,
just,
well,
like,
yeah,
standing off in
I'm
the
thankful that
background.
this occurred because it was always a facade that there was a guy in a suit like yelling at it. It's like when LeBron wants to run a play, like what play do you think they're running? The guy in the suit or LeBron's play?
I think
Like
20 I think
and
23 's
so
calling it.
all that we did for Denver with that, which helped us out, was it just took away the
But,
facade. It took away
Speaking of
the.
away games,
It's like a Wizard of
Denver-
Oz situation.
Denver has a cool arena.
Yeah. Oh, Ball Arena
Yeah,
for sure.
And underneath there's a brewery, Breckenridge Brewery, and in the back there's like a mine shaft going into the arena out of the back
Okay.
of the bar.
Oh, wow.
So cool.
All right, a destination.
Yeah.
We'll have to get there. Is that just is that just the NBA team, or do they share an arena with the hockey team? Or
I would
I
imagine.
don't know that.
Right? I
Or
don't
no,
know.
hockey is Pepsi Center, right? Is that still?
Yes.
Denver
Yeah.
with the Rock.
No. In Denver, it's Ball Arena for both.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm dating.
You're
myself
good. You're
there.
good. No, you're
Um,
gooch.
but
I know
yeah.
you got the misses. You watching any Bravo lately?
I don't have cable. Never had
Okay.
cable my whole entire life.
You're too
actually.
much of a worker for me. Like I live a little.
I
Nate,
find a
come on.
show, and
Yeah.
then that's like.
So what's your
that's-
favorite show? What's the most recent show you watched?
I'm actually rewatching The Wire. We just
Okay,
talked about it.
okay, great
That's
show.
what reminded me of
Can't,
John Cena.
can't go wrong with The Wire rewatch for sure.
Yeah.
Getting hyped for that Baltimore Week 1 game.
Oh, dude.
Rewatching
Oh, yeah.
The Wire.
It's the main character. You
Oh,
gotta, you gotta get ready for it.
Okay, so you don't get many headlines then when we're wrapping up the show here before we get the shout out and sign
got?
off. We got a little Belichick's girlfriend segment. She's been taking over the world this last week. Don, wouldn't you agree? Like mainstream.
Yeah, I mean it's actually.
I thought this was gonna die off. It's only gotten stronger.
So what's the story behind
Well,
it?
okay.
She's
so-
crazy. Bottom line, and that's not from like a female. Like as far as how she views herself in the overall picture of Bill Belichick. right?
Calling a strong, independent businesswoman crazy. Where have we seen this before? No,
Yes, that
no,
is
but
fair. That is fair.
I mean, this is the spin zone. What I just gave you.
I tip my cap.
That is the. I mean, pick your side. You're either she's crazy, controlling, and ruining his life, or she's incredibly strong. And
How old is
smart.
she?
24.
No, I'm just saying. Like I'm looking at the peripherals. Like
Well,
Yeah.
it's crazy though how it was framed. She wants to be out of the limelight. I'm not here. I'm in the background pulling the strings, and that has now led for nothing but the spotlight to be on her.
yes.
Right? And there's rumors coming. Okay, I'll give
Maybe
you
that's the goal.
Okay, so here's the deal.
the
Since you haven't
UFC
been following
rumors.
these,
Yeah.
no. So since you haven't been following these, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you a headline about Bill Belichick's girlfriend Jordan, and you have to tell me whether it's a real headline
Okay.
or a fake headline.
All right.
Okay. Okay. So the first headline is Jordan launches Belichick's meme coin.
No way.
Are you sure?
He's got
Fake?
a meme coin.
Fake?
Fake.
Okay, that is fake.
Fake.
Okay. Belichick's girlfriend banned from UNC facilities. Jordan banned from UNC facilities.
True.
That was a headline, right, Don?
That was a
a headline. That was a
Public
headline.
university, like.
Yes. Okay. Belichick family elated to meet new girlfriend Jordan.
False.
False. They weren't elated.
They don't
They
seem
weren't
happy.
elated.
He's got kids, right?
we
They're all
got-
younger than her.
Yes.
like a Mick
Like
Jagger
around
thing?
the same age.
is
Or
like a Mick
middle.
Jagger thing, right?
Yeah. I think it is a Mick. I'm not familiar, but I think it is. Jordan forces her way into Ben Affleck's Super Bowl commercial.
Seems right.
She
So
did.
this seems true.
She did. She did do that. She got in the
true.
commercial. And then Jordan forms Do Your Job Foundation to benefit local youth in the New England area.
She formed.
Yeah.
No. False.
False. Okay, so you don't follow these, but you're up to date on all the
They
headlines.
seem
of
like
what's-
I don't know. I would.
How did the meme coin not get you?
It's Belichick.
Yeah,
He
but
wouldn't- he wouldn't mess
Belichick's
with
doing
that.
it.
Yo, he
Okay,
invests
okay,
hard
but okay,
assets.
but do you know?
Hard
But do you know
Instagram
that? Do you know that Belichick took a picture of him as a fisherman and her as a mermaid? You didn't know
Let's
that?
see it.
You didn't know that?
There's pictures of them doing yoga together
Yeah,
on Instagram.
yeah.
It's
I imagine that.
no, there's one more headline that.
Remember when he was huge, Belichick?
Oh,
Yeah, it's
I
still
mean,
kinda
he's-
huge.
he's-
He had double
There's
D's.
there's one more headline we are forgetting.
So that's him and the girlfriend versus the yoga. Pretty
Good for him.
and it's
good for him.
This is the most damning, I'd say, piece of evidence for you, Maniac, if you want to say this person is kind of a gold digging control freak. Is
What's so funny?
She likes him for him, right?
She loves him for him.
Yeah, for him.
did you see the headline that in the time they've been dating, she amassed like
10 million in
$10
real
million
estate? Yeah.
real estate.
That should be
portfolio?
alarming. That should be alarming. Alarm bells.
Like,
Yeah.
Ring the alarm.
She's
Where's
very-
Beyonce?
She's very skillful, right?
yeah, no,
Yeah.
she's
Very resourceful
Yeah,
and skillful, and she played
Yeah.
the economy the right way. and-
Bell-
she just
Belly's-
needed
belly-
the resources.
belly's
She just
check.
needed to get her foot in the door.
yeah, just some seed money.
I mean, again, just to preface it, I didn't like I said it right away. I didn't call her crazy in the sense that like that I think a female is like the peripheral thing she's doing, like inserting herself into a Super Bowl commercial. They said that she filmed a part for the commercial.
Were they dating then?
Yes, they
Yeah.
said that because Belichick was in the commercial. She was on the sidelines and inserted herself.
Oh.
So then they said that there was a part where they
So
filmed
she didn't
where
break in the door.
they
and get
filmed
there?
it, yeah, Kool-Aid Man style. They filmed and it was just her, and they like weren't like actually filming. They were like little kid filming, like, "Yep, we're rolling."
All right.
Yeah. So I mean, again, so just some bizarre behavior, and you hate to see this happen to a Belichick, but it's happening in
Yo,
real
it's
time
weird
before our eyes.
because he
Donnie.
didn't like take this on his
Well,
team,
who had the
right?
who's had the crazier fallout? Belichick with the bizarre 20-year-old girlfriend like doing all this stuff, or Brady with the crypto scam and getting divorced?
I don't know. Brady seemed to bounce back. He's got what?
Yeah.
Jones part of the Raiders now.
Yeah, he's definitely bounced back.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just a testament. Nothing can surprise you today. Yeah, Brady with the
Yeah.
crypto scam, Belichick with this.
You know, it's crazy that they
we
let
don't
him
want
own
to
that
talk about
team
this, but
and
Kanye,
commentary.
yeah, whatever the hell he's
Yeah,
doing. Who would've
No,
guessed
that's
that
some
10
bad
years
shit.
ago?
That's some bad
Who
shit.
would have guessed that 10 years ago? No one wants to talk about that, but you have to at least acknowledge that.
Right now,
This is going
Kanye
on.
West is the equivalent of the guy at the roulette table, like who's just straight out of money. Like I guess Kanye West isn't out of money, but like out of cultural goodwill, it's just like, no, I'm gonna double down.
You know, talk about
Like,
another
you know?
strange story. That guy.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's what I mean. You can't be surprised by anything these days.
Yeah,
The
no, I
only
agree.
thing I wish is I planned this bit out better. When you brought up the topic, I had someone off camera yell, "We're not going to talk about that." That's the only way this could have been a little better.
Welcome to Crossbar. We are doing a live show. Welcome. It's a beautiful Monday. Oh, we got any comments on before we do shout out sign-offs here? I think I see one. I think I see a couple, but
we got Jake and Slick.
okay, gotcha.
Talking about some wrestling.
Gotcha. All right, we are rock and rolling then.
Slick says Maniac is old. That's why he doesn't like night games.
Okay, true. That's why I don't like night games. That's very fair. With that said, any shouts before we go? We got the Buffalo Hoop Classic end of next month. Anything else people need to know besides getting their team and group outfits here at Crossbar Athletics?
Shout out to our team putting this tournament together.
Yeah.
Everybody's putting a ton of work. We've all worked well together, and teams win it all, man.
Teams win it all. Don?
Yeah, weather's getting nice. We're 2 weeks into May. Y'all know this is when live music is happening everywhere. I'm a musician. I'm going to plug music overall. Get out there, see some live music. If you're old and you can't stay out late, there's plenty of stuff that happens early. But I'm going to plug a couple gigs of mine a week from this Friday, the 23rd. We got the Funk Nights, my funk band, at Sportsman's Tavern in Black Rock. And then about once a Sportsman's. I mean, one of the, I think a gem. I took Maniac there. He said he felt like he was in Nashville by the design of it. And then if you're ever in Wilson, if we got any listeners in Wilson, Ontario Lake, I'm playing at Wilson about last Sunday of every month with a group called Olmsted Dub System. That's a reggae band. And then real quick, coming up this Friday, get down to the plaza, even if you're not going to the game. Come get on camera, come act crazy, or just come say hi. The odds are good that I might have a chicken wing for you. So
Seriously, Bandit Don might have a chicken wing for you. We'll have more than that at the Plaza. Shout out Bandit Land. Shout out Kristen Sharkey, new UB women's coach, grinding, making it happen there. Shout out to the audience enjoying it. But most importantly, we got the rest of the afternoon. We got the evening ahead. Go have a good night now.